Hello and welcome to Onesies, a podcast of onesies and wonders and blunders. My name's Andrew,
My name is Emily.
and we are back discussing The Bondsman, the Amazon Prime 2025 Kevin Bacon Bloomhouse streaming half-hour show. We've just watched episode 5.
This is currently the one we're discussing, episode 5, Sliferous.
Syphilis, yes.
Sliferous.
Syphilis, yes. So half the episode is Jocelyn
Jolene
Purdy's secret origin, and then literal Kevin Bacon thread on a bulletin board.
Oh my God. That seems like my husband and I have this thing about things that don't actually exist in real life, just things people see on TV. I feel like that's one of those things with the pinpoint on a map and you're drawing lines with string. Like, I really feel like that's not something that actually exists in real life.
No, it's a picture of a black person or an alternative.
Anyway, we open the episode with the obligatory but completely unnecessary scene where we meet our demons. There's some tiny little lake, very, very tiny little lake, and a couple rolls up in a G-Wagon in fucking rural Georgia. Okay. And we discover they've gotten engaged. And they're going to celebrate seemingly having a picnic. And a guy in a giant fucking monster truck rolls up next to them, will not give them space. In the background, there's like demons flying around in the G-Wagon, like in the G-Wagon, and then pops the tires.
What is a G-Wagon? What are you saying?
It's the model of Mercedes car that they're driving.
God, you're such a shallow human being. Just like, what the fuck?
Excuse me for being knowledgeable, asshole. God damn. And the gentlemen get into a fight because the big, like, giant guy in the giant monster truck won't cede the lake to them so they can celebrate their engagement. And they get into a fight and tires pop and we see demons flying around. And the woman freaks out, sees that this giant monster truck is flipped over on its side, is yelling for her now fiance, walks around, and we get our gore. And
our only gore, I believe.
Yeah, the two men are cut in half with guts coming out of their mouths, which is really gross. Put a pin in that, though. And then their heads spin toward her as she's screaming very quickly with some kind of cheap special effect. And then we cut to, I don't know. I don't remember. It must be Hub.
Is it Hub or is it flashback? Do we start with Hub in the...
No, we actually start with Lucky.
Yes, so it's the Lucky's going to his bar and he is like, hey, everybody, and he throws away his AA coin, and he has a drink, and the bartender lady,
it looks like she's flirting with him, by the way.
Yes, she does, and then he insults her.
Yep.
And so Emily is much nicer than I am today, clearly, actually, already. I, apparently... I'm a little bit of a dick right now.
Cool.
Sorry. So we will tone that down. But one of us is recording from a remote studio. The other one of us is recording from a home studio.
Yeah.
different vibes. So
There's
the opening
there's
folks. Oh,
there's kind of like a conflict where they're asking about some event that's happening and whether or not it's going to get canceled because of recent events, i.e., Lucky like getting dragged away by the cops, them finding the shotgun, whatever. And he states very loudly, like, anybody who thinks I'm done for can get out now, go the way of Marianne, something like that. And then
yes.
this is where he insults the bartender by asking her if she's the one who owns the shitty green truck out front
Yes. Her dad got it for her.
for her birthday or something. Like,
And so he
cool, dude.
purchases it. Yes. So he offers her whatever she wants while
Mm-hmm.
looking at the missing poster for the girl who Hub killed. Cut to Mom,
Beth Grant, yeah.
Beth Grant, no Cade or Marianne this episode.
Mm-mm.
So Beth Grant is laying on the couch. This is confusing. Who's reading the demonology? She's fallen asleep reading the
Reading the
demonology book.
demonology book, yeah.
Then Hub finds it, sees the pentagram drawing, clicks with his map, and then he puts it up on his vision board and he does the twine thing.
Yeah.
And it's like last episode, sort of forecasted earth, wind, fire, water, and whatever the other one is. And so then we cut to the flashback.
And then we cut to the flashback, I believe.
Okay, so now the flashback is 10
7 years, 8 years,
7,
something.
8 something years ago. We get a kitchen montage playing into what Emily said last episode about it not appearing like a home kitchen, but something industrial. We then discover that Jolene,
Jolene, yep.
Jolene Purdy,
Midge is her character's name, yeah.
did we know that before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We knew it from the credits, but I don't think they ever said it.
Okay.
Or they just mentioned it in passing.
So Midge is an up and coming Atlanta pastry chef who
Yeah.
is celebrating being on the cover of, she's just won a local award, and her father gives her a shitty toast. She and her sister say something. Midge, the dad, makes fun of her stand-up comedy career. Midge fires one back at him. Then grandma, Midge's mom, comes downstairs screaming because the baby isn't breathing.
And this is where we get a gross scene of the baby, like a shot of a
Yes.
baby looking like it's been possessed by a demon. Like, this looks like Rosemary's Baby. Like, that's how bad the effects are on this.
Yeah.
I mean, practical effects, it's got to be a doll or something, but it looks really, really bad. And it looks like it's already dead.
I think it's a doll with like a CGI face on it.
Oh, I guess you get such a fast look, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, they do not. Again, going to be a very cheap episode.
Mm-hmm.
Just dirt fucking cheap episode.
I love her house. I love Midge's house. It's beautiful. I love the flowery wallpaper.
Yes, I was going to say, I bet they spent more on those cookies than they did on the special effects for this episode. So,
yeah.
I mean, there are iPhone apps that turn your camera into like zombie vision and shit. Like, that's basically all the special effects this show has this episode. But yes, so then we get her trying to like having her phone call with the insurance company. We are cutting through things very quickly because we are dropping supporting cast members like flies.
Yeah.
We have lost like mom never comes back. I don't think this, or no, mom does come back, but
she's on the phone. Yeah.
And then the dad never comes back. The insurance, but so basically we get an insurance phone call where they won't cover. So then she's selling all of her possessions. She sold all of her furniture. but then she's web browsing and
She's looking to sell her kidney.
yes. And so did you look up what happens if you Google that?
No,
I didn't. So then,
there's an ad that pops up while she's looking for ways to sell her kidney, and it's very annoying pop-up sort of thing. She clicks on it realizing it's not going to go away, or not realizing it's not going to go away, and then a form pops up, and there's this like, so the company's called Pot of Gold, which we've talked about a little bit, but there's a little sort of patty whacking happening with a little leprechaun, and he keeps repeating, sell your soul, sell your soul, sell your soul, something something, sell your soul. Really annoying. She can't get it to go away. An application pops up and it starts filling itself in, and she's like, what the hell's happening? It has all, not only her personal details, but what she is asking for, which is to cure his disease. And she's like totally freaked out about it, but it submits itself. It's just ready to go. And I think she wakes up the next morning and she's doing, oh, yeah, she wakes up the next morning. She's doing something maybe with her plant, something out on her porch.
yeah.
And an old Volkswagen van pulls up with a British gentleman of South Asian extraction. Not that that's important necessarily. Dressed in kind of old timey clothes. They're both dressed, and his wife, we find out, is this woman who's his wife, kind of in like 60s, 70s sort of garb. His hair is luxurious. And he is from Pot of Gold.
And he quickly reveals to Midge that, she's going to sell her soul to save her son. He sold his soul for like success and to get that lovely lady back there, and she's miserable and hates him, but apparently that you can score the ladies that way. It can be part of the arrangement. They then go into the house and have a exposition filled but like angled exposition so as not to like give it away too soon conversation, setting Midge up to sell her soul to save her son. And we find out that they still use fax machines. We see the handbook come back, and Midge's job is going to be to collect signatures to sell souls.
Yeah.
And so she doesn't believe in this, but then once she agrees to it, and signs, she then is able to see beyond
the veil.
Yes.
And this is where I really got to realizing that Midge, Jolene, was not a particularly great actress at the reactions. Now, she wasn't seeing the bad special effects. If she had been seeing the bad special effects, I wouldn't blame her for not acting scared, because it wasn't really scary. It looked more like kind of like the Haunted Mansion at Disney. It was, I mean, it was scary. Things were on fire. There aren't things on fire at Haunted Mansion, but it wasn't scary. Some ghoul looking guy sort of leaning against the wall isn't scary necessarily.
No. And I kept waiting for her to look at Dude and see him at his current age.
Oh, that would have been great.
They don't do that.
That would have been great. Yeah, because somewhere in their conversation, he's dropping hints that he's older than he looks.
Yes. And then she's worried she's not going to be a good enough salesperson. And so he tells her to go for low-hanging fruit, people in crisis, but specifically people who are worried about others. Hell is full of people who worry about others.
Yeah, and he has some gross suggestions like go hang out at hospitals where people are dying, go hang out, like go find people who do things for love, because that's the most motivating thing. And actually that's what she's doing, right? That's what Midge is doing. She's trying to save her son. Yes. And we watch him like openly manipulate her by saying, you could be dancing with him at his wedding, or you could be burying him before he's 2 years old, which is super cool hell stuff. And she's more and more convinced. So she becomes more and more convinced she's got to give like a thumbprint, and she goes to put her thumb on the ink pad, and a pin comes up and makes her bleed. And then after he faxes the sheet right away, which he should wait for that blood to dry, whatever. That's when she sees the veil, sees through the veil, and
Yeah.
the weird haunted mansion looking guy leaning against a wall. There's like weird things on fire in mirrors and in glass. It's very strange. And I don't know. We flash forward after this to the present, and she's baking cookies in that same kitchen with her son. And like we don't see any of that. We don't see the veil. I
No.
don't I don't know how she could, even after 7 years, not react to that when she's seeing it. Now I'm also not seeing like she's got metal appliances. She's not hiding reflections, metal bowl. She's not hiding reflections because seemingly we are only seeing it in reflective surfaces in that first scene. But I don't know that it's ever going to come back. Who knows? So she's baking cookies with her son. They're pressing flowers or something.
Yes. And then there's some comment about killing something beautiful or something along those
Hmm.
lines. And then there's some cute stuff with the son, but then there's a knock at the door or a ring on the doorbell. She checks the camera, and it is Kevin Bacon. Goes through this protracted exit where she leaves the industrial kitchen, getting a gun from a gun safe along the way, going outside, then going around. It's like there are two properties, and the industrial kitchen is behind one of them, and then she is answering the door of the front property.
Yeah.
Uh, and
And we get a scene of Kevin Bacon is on the porch, and we missed this earlier on when he's like taking the book from his mother while she sleeps. There's one of those little charts on the
the
wall,
height chart.
the height chart for his son. He's looking at the same thing for Midge's son. She's holding this
Yes.
giant gun. This lovely little, pastry chef. There's no indication that she's married, but for lack of a better word, like housewife looking. I mean, because she's got like the apron on and stuff, and she's holding this gun that is like bigger than her head out in the middle of a neighborhood where nobody else seems to be outside. Nobody's cutting their grass. Nobody's raking. Nobody's getting their mail. Nobody's just lounging. It's the weirdest thing. And they have this argument just in the middle of, he's talking about some sacrifices and he's holding some papers that have more information about it. And she's just like, get off my property. But they're just having this conversation in the middle of her neighborhood. It's very strange. Did not like.
I have not lived in the South. I don't know if it's strange to see people yelling at each other while one is holding a gun upon the other. I assumed it was it rung true for my jaded expectations. I mean,
Mm,
no, it didn't, but obviously. I think the reason that you pre-show we discussed how Emily did not enjoy this episode
I
at
hated it.
all. I at least enjoyed the Office Goes to Hell minutia because it was something different,
Mm,
and I enjoyed uh, having Jolene Purdy as the lead because the rest of the show without the wife at this point, without Marianne, seemed like it was going to be bad. And it turns out once Jolene Purdy's gone, because she exits this scene like, I don't want to be your friend, Kevin Bacon. There is an amusing moment where he's like, you're trying to earn forgiveness by going to all these places. And she's just like,
doing all these charities.
doing all these charities. And she's like, that's where I get my signatures. which
That
is
was
amusing.
kind of funny. I also another reason I didn't like it, and maybe this is to her credit, is that when Kevin Bacon speaks, his accent is like the worst. And maybe because she does not have that Southern accent, that it makes it sound that much worse. But holy cow, it was bad.
Yeah,
Um, and then he gets in his car and leaves after she threatens to shoot him, but drops the papers on her porch. Presumably that will come back. I don't know. The writing on this isn't that great. And he calls his mother, and they have this weird conversation about what he knows about her and how she's worried about her son. And then Beth Grant is like, "Yeah, like I don't know what that's like, asshole." And then they do this weird like not blood is thicker than water thing, but like what do they say?
that's what family's for, or
No,
something.
but it's something specific. It's ride or die.
Ride or die.
Ride or die. That's what families are for. And it's like, ugh, that's like how they sign off. She says ride or die son, and he says ride or die mom, and that's like how they sign off. Never
Emily.
haven't heard it before. We haven't heard it before.
Moving on
Moving
to.
on, she gives him hub
Oh
information
God, that's right.
about the new demons that have escaped, their location, and he goes to the same lake that we saw in the beginning of the scene. He's investigating. He doesn't notice anybody. The giant monster truck, is still on its side. He suspects that for some reason the demons are heading east because air is east on the map. I don't know. Um, Doing some mental math that he's not communicating with the rest of us necessarily, or that the writing isn't communicating with the rest of us. And I love this because he leaves that initial scene heading east. He's talking to his mom again. And then suddenly it's nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
Just suddenly it's nighttime.
So
Pitch
he
black night.
says, yes, he says to mom, well, I'm going to head east because they're going to have to walk unless they can swim, unless demons can swim. Crazy shit. I'm like, why couldn't demons swim?
Yeah,
Now,
that's
the
right. I forgot about that.
demons are then walking across on a railroad trestle or whatever the fuck those things are called. And Kevin Bacon has got his sniper rifle on them. They've got.
Also, they're carrying the woman from the first scene for some reason. So, first of all, the last time we saw these demons, they had inhabited men who had been split in half by a giant truck. They are now complete beings with the ability to move all of their limbs despite those injuries. I understand that they're demons, whatever. He gets his rifle, he turns his spotlight on, and he starts shooting,
Yep.
but they're carrying the woman like on their
Yep.
shoulder.
Yep.
It's
Hub
so
would do it even if it was a white woman. Okay, calm down.
it's so weird.
He then, yes, and also it's weird that there's supposed to be some fucking drama to this. Like, he's shooting at these demons. He shoots them like, I don't know, one of them he shoots like 4 times and the demon doesn't die. And it's like, okay, like,
But we do get some scenes of them like doing like weird gymnastics too, like
yes, we do
being able
get.
to like fly a little bit, like weird
Yeah,
vampire stuff
it
almost.
it's kind of sad when What We Do in the Shadows TV show had better special effects
Yeah,
than
yeah,
your Bloomhouse movie.
yeah.
And apparently, right when Kevin Bacon's going to take the important shot, a pic we see it's a where the camera's facing him, so we see through the passenger side window, and in comes a pickup truck that hits him. It's a green pickup truck, I imagine, and at that point, when we didn't get the end credits starting, I said, I fucking hate this show so much. I feel
Kevin
like,
Bacon, he climbs out of the window that he's sort of
yeah, he
sticking out of.
sees things. The episode does not stop. And I keep thinking to myself how much I hate the show. Finally, Lucky kicks him in the fucking head. and we get the end credits. But
Yeah.
very protracted finish. We could have cut before the truck hit. We could have cut before the truck arrived. We could have cut any moment. We could have stopped subjecting the audience to this episode.
Yeah. But instead,
Um,
they're trying to create drama where there really isn't much. Like, I imagine they thought that this was a killer cliffhanger for the next episode.
I mean, on one hand, you are talking about someone beating the shit out of an old man, because we didn't talk about the scene where Kevin Bacon gets the demonology book from his mom, and he appears to be, despite, he looking pretty good for his darn age, physically, he's starting to dotter a little. It's very uncomfortable. Like, he's very thin. He's wearing those t-shirts. I don't like it.
The t-shirts are kind of wearing him at this point. Like, he's a little man.
Yeah. So this little man who's not likable in any way, what shape soever. We're gonna find out that he killed some woman without enough justification to get out of going to hell. Like,
Yeah.
and but we only have three more of them.
Yeah, that's a good thing. So next episode is episode 6, Revelations, the first one not named after a demon.
Except the pilot was named Pot of Gold.
Oh, that's right. Um, and it's all about Lucky trying to exact revenge on Hub and finding out about the demon battles. So it's kind of like the Marianne thing, but
Poor Lucky.
why do you feel bad for Lucky? Is it because you can't pinpoint what his accent is supposed to be, even
No,
though
I
they
feel
keep saying
bad.
it's from Boston and it doesn't sound like a Boston accent?
No, I feel bad because he's going to be in the episode more. That's what I meant.
Oh, you meant poor you, not
Yes.
poor Lucky.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening. Andrew, thank you for watching this. I'm having so much fun.
I'm glad that you are, if that is a true statement that you make.
We will see you next week when we discuss episode 6 of the Bondsman Revelations. Andrew, I'll see you in television land.
See you in television, Emily.